It quietly left Shanghai, but what followed could reshape how naval power works. China's newest ship, the Type 076 amphibious assault ship, is now heading into open waters for its first real-world trials, and it's unlike anything before it. Built around drones, not traditional aircraft, this platform signals a shift already in motion. So, what exactly is being tested? Why here? And what does it mean for the future? The most important thing to understand about the Type 076 is that it is not centered on traditional aviation. It is designed around unmanned systems from the ground up. That single design choice changes everything about how the ship operates. Instead of relying on a limited number of large aircraft, this platform is expected to support coordinated drone operations at scale, enabling broader coverage and more flexible mission profiles. According to official statements cited by major outlets, the ship named Sichuan has entered sea trials to test multiple onboard systems and platforms. That phrasing is critical because it confirms this is not just a structural test. It is a full systems evaluation where launch mechanisms, coordination networks, and onboard technologies are all being assessed together. In modern naval development, integration matters more than individual components, and this phase is where those connections are validated. What makes this approach so powerful is how it changes operational logic. Traditional carrier operations depend heavily on pilots, maintenance cycles, and limited sortie rates. A drone-focused system introduces persistence. Smaller coordinated systems can stay active longer, rotate more efficiently, and cover wider areas without the same constraints. This allows for continuous presence rather than intermittent activity, which is a major strategic advantage. Another key factor is how these systems are being tested. The ship has left port and is operating in real maritime conditions, which introduces variables like weather, signal interference, and coordination delays. These factors cannot be fully replicated in controlled environments. By testing at sea, engineers can observe how systems perform under pressure and identify issues that only appear in live scenarios. This reveals that the Type 076 is not just a new vessel. It is a test platform for a new operational model. A model where coordination, data flow, and system integration define effectiveness. And once you understand that, the next question becomes unavoidable. Why is this testing happening in one of the most strategically active regions in the world? The deployment location adds another layer of meaning to this development. The ship is operating in the South China Sea, an area known for its strategic importance and constant activity. At the same time, large-scale exercises involving the United States, Japan, and the Philippines are taking place nearby, while China's aircraft carrier Liaoning is also reported to be active in the region. China has described the Type 076 deployment as a routine training exercise conducted according to its development plan. That statement is consistent with how new naval platforms are typically introduced. However, the broader context cannot be ignored. When multiple advanced fleets are operating in the same region, even routine actions take on added significance. Testing in such an environment provides valuable insights that go beyond technical performance. Systems must function in crowded electromagnetic conditions, where signals overlap, and communication networks face real stress. Sensors must distinguish relevant data from background noise. Coordination systems must remain stable, even when multiple actors are present in the same operational space. These are exactly the kinds of challenges that define real-world effectiveness. This is why the timing matters. Conducting trials during a period of heightened regional activity allows developers to evaluate how the ship's systems behave in realistic scenarios. It's not about confrontation, it's about exposure to complexity. The more variables a system can handle during testing, the more reliable it becomes in future deployments. There is also a signaling aspect, even if it is not explicitly stated. Deploying a next-generation platform in a visible region demonstrates confidence in its capabilities and readiness for further development. It shows that the program has moved beyond design and into active validation. All of this leads to a bigger realization. The Type 076 is being tested not just as a standalone platform, but as part of a larger operational environment. And that environment is shaping how future naval strategies will be designed. What the Type 076 represents goes far beyond a single ship. It points toward a broader transformation in naval strategy. The focus is shifting toward systems that are distributed, interconnected, and capable of operating as part of a network rather than in isolation. This is where unmanned platforms play a central role. Instead of concentrating capability in a few large assets, modern naval thinking is moving towards spreading functionality across multiple systems. A ship like the Type 076 can act as a coordination hub, managing various unmanned platforms that extend its reach far beyond the physical limits of the vessel itself. This creates a layered approach to operations, where information flows continuously between platforms. The sea trials described in the article highlight how complex this integration is. Testing multiple onboard systems and platforms means evaluating how launch systems, control networks, and data processing units interact in real time. Each component must operate reliably, but more importantly, they must operate together without delays or conflicts. This level of coordination is what defines next-generation naval capability. Important aspect is the iterative nature of these trials. Early deployments are not about perfection, they are about learning. Engineers collect data, identify limitations, and refine systems based on real-world performance. This process accelerates development and ensures that future versions are more capable and more reliable. This approach also reflects a shift in priorities. Instead of focusing solely on platform size or individual system power, emphasis is placed on flexibility, scalability, and adaptability. A networked system can evolve more easily, integrate new technologies faster, and respond to changing conditions with greater efficiency. The key takeaway here is that the Type 076 is not the final destination. It is part of an ongoing transition. A transition toward naval forces that rely on coordination and connectivity as much as physical capability. And as these systems continue to develop, they will likely influence how fleets are structured and how operations are conducted in the years ahead. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you next time.